What is going on, snipers? How are we doing? Hope everybody had a great weekend. We are back for another weekly Watchers Watch List. And this week is a special holiday week. We always tend to say the shorter holiday weeks are weeks that the stock market does not have as much volume. And when there's not as much volume on there, there's usually not as much opportunity. But no matter what, the snipers will always be eyeing down plays to potentially take advantage of in the next upcoming week. So this week we got a list of 16 stocks we're going to run down. Last week was another great week. June overall was one of the best months of 2023, and usually the summertime is slower. So it's interesting to see things starting to heat back up in the summertime. Today, we're going to bring you into the Stock Snipers app. If you're looking to find these watch lists, they're released every single Monday morning before the week of every trading week, and we set them up on your website, thestocksnipers.com, or on the mobile app when you become a part of the Sniper team. Now, today, we're going to jump into the mobile app, and when you jump in there, you're going to click on the watch list tab on the top, and on the watch list tab, you'll see the list of stocks we are eyeing down on the weekly watch list. We always like to start with OTC stocks, and then we'll finish it off with some listed bangers. Let's start off with some OTC stocks, and the first one we're going to look at is an AI-related sub-penny. So that's literally when you cut a penny in half, that is a sub-penny. You can play stocks lower than a penny. AITX is one of those stocks. We're looking for it to pass 0083. It's been holding 007 for about 3 weeks. Once it passes 0083 with more than average volume, we're going to look to take advantage of it. The next one is NWBO, and NWBO has created multiple downward days, coming down to 56 cents. 56 cents is a key long-term support spot, and as long as we can hold that spot, we're going to look to take advantage of that first green day. The next one is SRNEQ, and the ones with the Q at the end of the OTC, 5-letter OTC stocks, those are bankrupt stocks. A lot of these bankrupt stocks have been doing really well lately, so now we're looking for SRNEQ to follow up with all the other bank stocks, with all the other bankrupt stocks. We actually have a first green day that kind of got created on Friday, but we didn't really like the way it closed, and we stayed away from it. This week, we're looking for it to get above a key spot of 38 cents, and if it's able to do that, 389 is that multi-month high, and if we could break both of those, we should be able to get a push. Just like this next one, as you can see, CORZQ was able to get a big push after breaking above 494. It was breaking out all the way from that 52 breakout of 494 all the way up to 949. So a 50% or 100% bounce in CORZQ. Now what we're looking for is to take advantage of a panic dip buy. And we're looking for this to fall below 80 cents, then below 65 cents. And if it falls below both those spots, we're going to be watching the level 2 for a possible turnaround closer to that 494 breakout spot. The next one is NLST. NLST is a former runner, and it usually follows up after first green days. Last week it didn't. It got a first green day, but did not follow up. But if it's able to hold 350 for another day or two, consolidate there, we're going to look for that follow-up there. BCHG. If you've been following some OTC Bitcoin stocks last week, they went absolutely nuts. You had Litecoin, LTCN, GXLM, ETCG, BCHG, all these went crazy. BCHG looks like it's way too overextended right now, and we're looking for the first red day. If we can't catch the first red day, you can always look for a panic dip buy there. And PMETF, this is one of the snipers' old reliable stocks, one of those really slow-moving stocks that you don't risk as much, but you usually are able to make still a 3-to-1 risk-to-reward ratio, and we're looking for PMETF to make a first bounce green day. The last two are DPLS. The last two OTC stocks are DPLS, that's a sub-penny stock. Another one of those sub-pennies that was a former runner like AITX. This one's coming down to 005. If it's able to hold that spot, we're looking for the first green day back up. And the last one is our biggest win of last week, and this is a banking stock, SBNY. We had this on the Weekly Watchers watch list last week. It spiked 100% after bringing it up on the Weekly Watchers watch list, and now we're looking for that consolidation above 20 cents. If it comes down to 16 cents, we want to see it hold 16. Either or, whatever spot it's able to consolidate above for the next couple of days, we'll look for that curl back up past 299. And that wraps it up for the OTC stocks. Now let's move into some listed plays. MULN has been our fan favorite, our sniper favorite, I'd have to say, most profitable stock of 2022 as well as now 2023. And we're not here and we're not falling in love with these stocks. There's tons of people on Twitter doing that. We're here to take advantage of the first green day to second green day move. Last 2 weeks we were able to make over $1,000 on this stock. So now let's look for that same exact move. It's come down to a key spot of 10 cents, and if it holds 10 cents, we're going to look for that red to green move and first green day back above 12 cents. The next one is a larger listed stock, Carnival Cruise Line. Everyone almost knows about Carnival Cruise Line, CCL. They are now on a tear after falling and having one of the worst years last year. They are coming back finally, and they're bouncing all the way back up to 1888 52-week highs. Now, if it's able to continue past 1888, we're looking for it to get rejected around 1950. If we get a rejection around there, we're going to be looking to play some puts on Carnival Cruise Line. These next two are going to be high watchers to start the new week just because of how much they ran last week. The first one is Real. This is actually a company that sells real high-end designer stuff that is used. That's why they're called The Real. That's their website. And usually they like to check this designer. If it doesn't look good, they'll send it back to you. We like to look at that stock right now after multiple green days. We want to see one more green day on it, and then we're going to send it back, just like this website does if your real isn't real. We're going to send this stock all the way back down to the 2s, we think, if it's able to spike around 230s. We're looking for a short there. And Overstock, OSTK. This one is the one that just put a bid for Bed Bath & Beyond's website, and they actually got passed. Bought the website for over $21 million, and that news actually caused the stock to spike like crazy. With a slower moving stock like this, we don't expect a big spike like the way it did from $23 all the way to $32. Now we're looking for it to get rejected at 6 months highs of $35.20 and then come back down maybe towards around $32, $30. OSTK definitely is a high watcher. And then the last couple we got here, our first green day plays. IDEX is a penny stock. Multiple downward days here, about 7 downward days, coming down to 0.7. If it doubles bottoms at 0.7, looking for that first green day move there. CGC is a cannabis stock. Everyone knows about this one because they used to be Tweed, then they turned into CGC. If you're in the cannabis industry, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now the stock is all the way back below when they started with Tweed, so crazy run, and then crazy fall down for the cannabis stocks in general, but CGC especially, falling from above 70 cents down to 384 52-week lows, looking for that bounce there around 384 or possibly a little lower than that, but either way, looking for the red to green move and first green day move there. And last but certainly not least is MCOM, another one of those EV related stocks that we did really well on to start the year, and now it's completely drained out. They used to be HLBZ, Hellbiz, and that's when they traded a lot better. Now as MCOM, they actually have traded like shit lately. So we're not going to be quick to jump a gun on this one, but usually when it does make a red to green move, it's able to push pretty high, and this one is due for a nice push. So we'll be looking for that in MCOM. And that is all of our weekly watchers. That is the 16 opportunities that we got for the upcoming shorter week. Now, don't forget, the market is a half day on Monday. We close at 1 p.m. And then we're actually off on Tuesday. So only 3 full days next week in Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But we still got these 16 opportunities to eye down. And hopefully we're able to tag some bags like last week in SBNY. Much love out there, snipers. And we'll see you back here next week for another weekly watchers. Peace.